Allies incoming. Prepare your defenses.
Here, guys.
Get behind!
Locked and loaded.
Prepare to attack. 3, 2, 1. Capture the objective.
Let's do.
Hey, howdy, hey, Helsing here. We're back. The OverCast, episode 2. Joining me is
Holmes.
Holmes. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man.
Dude, it's been a week since we had our first inaugural pilot episode of the OverCast.
I know. Oh, it's so good.
Now,
I'm excited for another one.
I'm
Very
super excited. I just want to say, we did not expect people to watch this. We didn't, I was telling Holmes, dude, it would be awesome if we could get 100 views. I checked earlier today and we hit 1,200 views on episode 1. So that is amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in last time and for tuning in again.
Yes, thank you.
Huge shout out to the subreddit community. You guys are so awesome.
Keep the comments coming.
Yeah, we'll get more into that stuff as we go. So, a couple things. We got some feedback from the last episode. So we will have, right now we're going to go over everything we're about to talk about in the show. And then you can also click in the video description below. Will be timestamps, so you just click whatever is interesting to you. And we'll get going. Hey, let's do it. Okay, so, yes, first show, shoutouts, check. Alright, next. Okay, so what we're going to talk about in today's episode is we're going to continue talking about the heroes that we didn't get to last week. So we'll start with Symmetra and we'll finish them all off. And then we'll go into, we'll talk a little bit about our predictions on what a couple of the unannounced heroes are. I know there's quite a few images of a lot of different heroes out there, but we're not going to go into all of them. We'll just go into the 3 that are on the OverCast, or the Overwatch poster. And then we will also we'll talk a little bit about a question that Holmes wanted to ask at BlizzCon, which is a really good idea.
So close.
It was so close in line.
Oh my gosh.
And
like
not really
away.
A question, but more of a suggestion. So,
yeah,
if you're listening, devs, you'll want to tune into that. Also, we're gonna introduce a new segment that we'll be doing in the future, and we'll finish it off. So, going right into things, let's continue where we left off last time, and start talking about heroes. Sound good, Holmes?
Yeah.
Alright, good deal. Now that I said
Symmetra.
Yeah, starting off. Here we go.
Alright, so we have Symmetra, the fair maiden from Egypt, role as a support. She has an amazing auto attack. It's so cool looking. It's just this beam. It's called the photon projector, and it just shoots out, and it kind of tracks and follows whoever you're shooting. You can see in a little video clip that shows it, the Tracer's running around, but this beam just keeps following her and dealing damage. It reminds me a lot of this old arcade game. I can't remember what it was called, but you'd play it just in any old arcade where you're playing as this little starship and you're flying around, and you eventually get this upgrade where you shoot out this giant purple beam of just destruction, and you're just waving it around, and that's what it reminds me of. It's just a beam of death.
It looks awesome, but don't be confused. It doesn't do all that much damage. It's not super scary, but it looks awesome.
Yeah. You have to be sitting there for a little while and really giving them a run for their money. But it also has, so that's the left click. If you hold down the left click, it does the beam. If you do right click and hold it down, you could shoot a big ball of energy. It's kind of like Halo-esque, where you charge up your pistol and then let it go.
Or if you think almost Super Smash Bros. Samus,
that's
and then you've got the little twinkling thing, and then you can shoot it off later on. Except it's not like that, because it charges up into this giant ball. But I played a lot of Symmetra, and I was thinking, maybe I can just hold down my right click and just keep holding it down while I run around. But if you hold it down, it hits like a threshold, and then you have maybe 1 second, and then it automatically will launch it off. So it's not like Hanzo's arrow where you can just hold it and then release whenever you're ready. You kind of have to time it to where charge up, and you can't just hold it forever because eventually it just auto releases. So
yeah, and you can't store it like how Samus has it stored, and you can release it anytime. Yeah, good point.
But anyways. What else makes Symmetra awesome?
Well, that deals a high amount of damage if you do get it off, and also it's not very fast, so you have to really aim it right.
But it goes through people, right?
Yes, it does.
That's awesome.
So you can hit multiple enemies and just bam, bam, blow them up.
Thank you, ma'am.
Photons and whatever the heck is coming out of that thing.
Cool.
So next ability, Sentry Turret. Oh my gosh, this is
kind of her bread and butter. This
is
what makes Symmetra.
Symmetra. Yep, the sit in the back support. All right, I'm going to make sure that our team is not going to be touched if you're defending, or if you're attacking, you can even set it up to where they might find places to defend. I know that there was one point I was defending and there was a Symmetra attacking against me, and she set it up in this room where people would like to go into. You know, it's a good place to defend. You can sit there, hide in a corner, and when people walk in, you just blow into bits. But this Symmetra just like jammed in there, set up her turrets super fast, and then anytime I tried to go in there, I'd get obliterated. And I'm like, I can't even touch this girl right now. So very powerful spell, ability, not spell.
Yeah,
she's not a mage.
She's support, but also she's super good on defense. She was my favorite defensive hero, I think, just because she didn't feel super gimmicky. I mean, you can have 6 turrets. You start at the start of the game. You can place 3 turrets right away, and it takes a second. So she winds it up and then sticks it to a wall, and then it takes maybe about a second or a second and a half for the whole process. But so at the very start, you can place 3, and then there's a slow like recharge thing, and you can have 6 turrets up at all times. So you can spread them out, or you can place them in a small choke point, so that way enemies just get attacked all from one angle. And that's what I like to do, is on the points, especially on Hanamura, the very first point is this giant bell in the middle of this kind of like pagoda, or however you say.
Yeah.
And and so I stuck my turrets all up on the pillars and stuff, and so because everyone had to get into, or at least one person had to get in to cap the point right by the bell, and they would maybe shoot one of my turrets and they'd be like, haha, and then they'd run in, and then they were just getting zapped by 5 other ones from every direction, while I'm just shocking them with my little laser thing. So
yep,
those are
good.
Awesome. Yeah.
And they can be pretty easily taken out too.
Yeah, they die super fast.
Yeah, not like Torbjörn's turret as much. Pharah can take it out so easy.
And you can place them anywhere you can reach. So you can place them on the walls, you can place them under things. If you can get up to the ceiling, I feel like you could probably place them there. But I tried to put one on the top of a doorpost, but I couldn't reach. So I don't know if there'll be places, maybe if I could jump on something. I don't know if they can sit up, but
yeah.
There you go.
And super cool looking, look, just a little tiny thing. So you really have to look for them because they're small and not easy to spot.
Yeah, don't chase. If you see Symmetra running into a room, do not follow her. She baits you. That even after playing Symmetra, I'm like, I see one when I was somebody else. I ran into a room, followed her, and I got shot in the back. So
yep, same here.
She's super easy. I feel like to kite in open spaces. Because her big thing is slow and turrets. Anyways, let's move on to her ultimate and get to the next hero.
Actually, she's got one more ability that besides her ultimate, Photon Shield. So this is her main support ability, where she basically just throws a shield on somebody that absorbs damage. And it says here that it persists as long as that ally remains alive.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, it is. That's amazing. Super good support ability.
Yeah.
You throw it on your tanks, you throw it on anybody, and they're good to go for their life. Now, one thing I'm not completely sure of is how many you can have on different players at a time.
Well, I think now I don't know how many players at a time, but I know that
But it has a cooldown.
It has a cooldown. So I would imagine you could stack this on everyone but yourself, because
Probably, huh?
because it says persists as long as that hero stays alive. It doesn't say only one can be active at a time. Obviously, all these things are subject to change because we're not even in beta yet. But I think I would read that and interpret it as of right now, you can stack it on as many people as your cooldown allows.
Right, and you're only limited by the cooldown. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the animation is she throws this like bubble around you, and you're like, all right, yeah, ready to go, empowered with this photon shield, ready to do some work. All right, moving on to her ultimate ability. So good. Another extremely important support ability is her teleporter.
Yes, teleporter.
So she basically puts portal into the game. So yes, she throws down this bubble teleporter, famous Blizzard Diablo looking teleporter.
Yeah.
And at any time your allies can teleport to this thing
From the base.
from the base.
So that's where people spawn. So it's really good for bringing allies that just died right back into the fight.
Right.
So it's not quite a resurrect from. I believe it's in the base. You
can do it anywhere.
Wait, the portals did pop up everywhere?
Oh, well, I think when she lays it down, it gives your allies the option to teleport.
It creates a portal right next to them, kind of. Is that what you're saying? Because I ran through. We don't know exactly how this one works.
we only got to play it so many times.
I remember the way, and it's been a while now. My memory's fading. I remember there was a point where I died, and I was in the base. I respawned, and I saw a portal, so I ran through it, and I came out.
Oh, so there was a
physical portal.
Okay.
But I don't know if that means maybe a portal will pop up near all the allies, or if maybe there's one portal somewhere, or if I don't know. I could have been mistaken, but
because. Oh, wait. Sorry. I misread this. Connects it to a teleporter entry pad at her team's starting point. You're right.
There you go.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. There you go.
Problem solved. Okay. We've talked enough about Symmetra. She's so much fun. She is another being support the represent non-FPS players so much. She also her auto attack or her pulse cannon or whatever is another one. Once they're in your crosshairs, it kind of locks onto them, so you don't have to be super aimy with her. She's very much meticulous, placing things, be patient, be strategic, be kind of bait and support. So lots of fun. All right, moving on. Next is Torbjörn.
Classic dwarven Blizzard icon. All right,
he's the dwarf.
He is the dwarf. He is what's the Ironforge King? His name's escaping me.
Magni Bronzebeard.
Bronzebeard, yes.
But he's like turned to iron or stone or something right now. But this is not a World of Warcraft podcast.
No, it's not. Forgive me.
We won't be talking about that. But
blending worlds here. Okay. So first ability, Rivet Gun. Basically this magma gun that he loads with molten lava. It's pretty sweet looking when you do the reload animation. So yeah, you can fire at short range, which is kind of like it says close range burst, so it's like a shotgun basically, just quick shotgun burst. And that's for left clicking, I do believe. And for the right click, it shoots basically like it says molten metal. So it's kind of like just a ball that he shoots, kind of. I don't know if it's explosive.
Then his other one, the way I understood it was kind of he's got his bursty shotgun left click.
Yeah.
And then his right click was kind of just like a pistol. It's more single targety.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And so you again have your alternatives there, and it becomes empowered by his ultimate ability, Molten Core, which we'll get to later. But basically makes it so that you can shoot more and have more damage.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to his Forge Hammer. It is basically the hammer. It's his other weapon. So he has two weapons: his Rivet Gun and his Forge Hammer. And the Forge Hammer you equip when you want to build your turrets. And so basically you switch to that and you start using your build turret ability, laying down the turret, and you just keep smacking it. It's pretty fun. You're just like, all right.
Okay. So that's Torbjörn. He also, so you talk about his ultimate, right?
Well,
That's what we're about to
a
get
little
into.
bit. How it plays into his auto attack.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that. Yeah. And so also with his Forge Hammer, one more thing is that it can be used as a weapon.
Really?
So, yeah,
That's
you can
a melee?
smack people in the face. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
And I imagine it must do a good amount of damage.
Yeah, and I saw on Reddit, thank you Reddit, that apparently the V key is a melee attack.
Oh, okay.
We were at
See,
BlizzCon and we said, what is melee? So I was pressing T and I was pressing all this different stuff I didn't press V.
I didn't either.
Sorry guys.
I did not think of that.
So.
And they didn't really tell you in the game.
Yeah, the F1 key was kind of the little everything you need to know, and it didn't have keybinds or anything.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll update that for beta.
For sure.
Okay. So yeah, his main ability, build turret, constructs this, and it's enemy tracking. It says auto cannon, so it locks onto targets, starts shooting.
He's
scraps.
basically the engineer from Team Fortress 2. This is probably the most or the least inspired original character, just because in Team Fortress 2 there's the engineer who literally he builds a turret, he's got a shotgun, and he can give restore health and ammo, and so that's kind of like Torbjörn's defense pack thing that he gives people.
Armor pack.
Armor pack, yeah.
All right.
So
with the turret, you can keep smacking it with your hammer to upgrade it, and it can be upgraded to 3 levels. So you start off with level 1, then you keep smacking it for level 2 and level 3. And although when you first start building it, it doesn't have a turret, it's just this block. And so I made the mistake when I played him of trying to build 2 turrets in the start of the game. So I built one level 1 turret, and I was like, okay, I'll be cheeky and try to build another one over here. And I did not have enough scraps. It would have. I think it would have worked otherwise if I had enough scraps. But it ended up just being this, lame-looking block.
Yeah.
When I could have had an epic level 2 turret in the beginning. So yeah, there's that. It also that adds health and another barrel to the rocket launcher, which I'm assuming does a heck of a lot more damage. You can repair it also with your hammer. And an important resource for this is scraps.
Yeah, that's Torbjörn's passive, which was
his passive,
which was not very clearly. We didn't know how to get it once we were there.
Scraps. Where do I get these? You're looking around like, what? This box over here? I don't know.
But after
and it actually says on the website that he collects them from dead enemies and allies. So dead bodies, run around them dead bodies.
Salvager.
Exactly. Yeah, sneaking in the shadows, salvaging. Cool. Okay, so moving on from that, armor pack just throws out a thing of armor, just like your typical FPS, Wolfenstein, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure they have that. Do they have that in Team Fortress?
No. In Team Fortress, there's like you said, the engineer, he builds this little supply station that gives people health and ammo, but there's no ammo in this game. And there wasn't much shielding in Team Fortress 2, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Much more exposed.
Yeah.
So just basically gives an armor upgrade, and they can absorb damage. Any ally, and I'm sure it's again limited to your cooldown, just like Symmetra.
Yeah.
And then his ultimate, Molten Core. And
Molten Core.
This makes me think of Magni just sitting there in front of the dripping lava and Iron Forge. And I'm blending worlds again. I'm sorry.
He goes into Avatar mode.
Yeah. It's all charged up. He's all, you can see like lava just surging through his equipment, and he basically he gains a significant amount of armor and scrap. So that's extremely important if you want to just whip out turrets left and right.
He also does more damage too, right?
Yeah, he also attacks far faster than normal.
All right.
It doesn't specify if he has more damage or not, like with his auto attack, but he does attack faster.
All right, cool. Okay. This is great. I think people can read what these guys do. I think we need to go through this a little bit quicker and just talk about how they were to play. Yeah?
Okay.
All right. So, next up is Bastion. Okay, so Bastion, tell us what he does. Reader's
right.
Digest version, and we'll talk about what he was like.
Okay, so he's got his main auto attack, just a basic machine gun. You fire that, does burst damage at medium range. Next thing is his configuration siege.
Yeah.
And so he basically just transforms into a turret, and this turret has a shield, much like Reinhardt's shield. That's just this plane in front of you, and you can. It's forward facing. You can move it around, look all around, up and down and stuff.
Yeah.
And it fires this minigun, so it does a lot of damage.
It does.
It's super fun to just So Bastion is kind of overpowered right now because
because people didn't know how to deal with them. I think.
That could be the case.
But he's also I would say he's a little OP because you can sit there, and he also has his E as a self repair, and so he can be in his siege mode with his shield up, shooting at enemies, and then he can stop shooting, repair himself, and then just continue the assault.
So he basically just survives and kills people. So and you can change in and out of it pretty quickly. It's not too fast of an animation.
It's not too bad at all, actually.
It makes it worth it, definitely.
Yeah.
And so basically, right now you could just sit in a corner, pick people off on defense. On offense, you can run in, set up real quick, and then do the same.
Yes. Or as Blizzard told us on King's Row, once you get the payload going, they can just sit on top of the EMP and do what they call the kill dozer, which we didn't see any of. Nobody did that, I don't think, in the 2 games we played on King's Row. So,
no, I don't think we got a chance to. But, where they just sit on the payload.
Yeah. But Bastion, he's, I think, probably part of the reason why he seems really strong is because nobody has ammunition. In other games, a siege thing like that is either there's like Halo, for example, where there's the turrets. Those are stationary, right? So they'll be at the top of a base or something, and there's these turrets, and you can destroy it, but you can't like move the turret around. So the fact, and when there is a strong machine gun type thing, a lot of every other game has ammunition. So he's kind of, let's just have this, let's be able to move the stationary turret and give it unlimited ammo.
I mean, it does have unlimited ammo, but it does have to reload.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody has to reload,
but
but you don't, like, potentially you don't have to leave where you are, but you can. And then also, did we talk about his ultimate, his mine? No, we haven't done that yet.
So yeah, his other ability we just talked about. He repairs himself, basically just heals, healing.
Yeah.
And when you're in that mode, you can't attack. You're just sitting there healing. So you have to have a trade-off there.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
so his ultimate.
It doesn't have a cooldown, right? I remember pressing E to heal myself, like.
Yeah, no, he just keeps going.
E, and it doesn't take, so it's like, it doesn't give you, it probably gives you a pretty significant, I would guess maybe 5 to 10% of your missing health back. Or your total health, who knows? But yeah, so you do it a couple times and you're topped off. So.
Right. Yeah. Ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so his ultimate ability, this one's super fun. Remote mine. Basically, just places this little drone mine that goes along the ground, and you can control it. Kind of like in Call of Duty, where you could drive around those remote cars. You can drive this around, and then when you want to let it go, it's a really cool animation. You like fire, and it goes up in the air and like spins around and does this crazy machine gun in the air attack that just kills every. It deals a great amount of damage, so it's probably going to kill anybody in the area.
Yeah, if they have any kind of damage. I feel like there were people that were right on the outskirts of the radius when I used it, and they survived because they were able to get out pretty quick.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not an instant kill, but especially if you drive it into where enemies are hiding behind a wall, because what I would do is I'd get set up, and then I'd be shooting down this alley that enemies are coming in, and I can see them. They run past, and then they hide behind the wall, right? And so once my ultimate got charged up, I would just drive the remote mine. I shoot them and I say, oh, they're right behind the wall. So I just do a little car, and then I turn, and then it's also you click to activate it, so it is controllable when you like place it into the ground. So so that's if you're getting like keeping your ultimate charged, then enemies hiding behind a wall doesn't even work against Bastion. So
no, and I'm not completely sure, but I think it can be destroyed.
Oh yeah, I would imagine so.
Okay.
If enemies saw it driving at them, they could probably shoot it.
Probably, yeah.
Because that would not be fair.
You don't want to, you want to kill that thing. Get out of here.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right.
So that's Bastion for you.
Bastion.
I'm sure that they'll work on balancing him, or maybe he won't. I mean, people may find a way to counter him.
He might like have a super easy counter, but
yeah, we'll see when beta comes. All right.
Definitely. All right.
Moving on.
Next, Hanzo.
Hanzo. All right. So Hanzo, offensive player with his bow, just like any archer, just knocks the arrow, fires it. Although he does have 2 different arrows. So one's his main arrow that just shoots like any other arrow, and the other is his fragmenting arrow, or scatter arrow, that shoots off of walls.
Ricochets,
Yeah, ricochets.
You can shoot around corners.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I'd never figured that. I didn't know how that worked when I played, honestly. Because I didn't get a chance to read it, and I was just like, oh, go. And so,
hope it does something good.
Right.
But no, I mean, you can watch the video on it, and it's really useful. If you line it up just right, I mean, it's going to take a lot of skill to master
Geometry
this one.
for this guy. Yeah.
Seriously. But what you can do is use this other ability, Sonic Arrow, in synergy with that. And so shoot the Sonic Arrow. What it does is it lets out a big bubble that any enemies in the radius of that bubble show up. So you can see a little image of them.
It reveals them.
Yeah, it reveals them. And so you can see one behind a wall somewhere, and then be like, well, I can't shoot them with my normal arrow from here. So what I could do instead is bounce it off this wall just right so that it ricochets and hits them.
They synergize well together.
It does, indeed. That Sonic Arrow also does synergize with his ultimate ability, Dragon Strike.
What does he say?
Come help me out. Dragon Balls.
Kind of.
So basically, just summons this giant dragon spirit that is just a giant wave of damage coming through everything. Goes through walls, which is why if you use your Sonic Arrow, you could be like, oh, there's 4 enemies hiding behind this wall here. Here comes the dragon. The dragon's coming to eat everybody. And so that's basically it. Devours enemies and counters. Kills them.
And of course, he also has his little parkour abilities, so where he can run up. And is it you hold shift?
Yeah, I think that's the mobile ability
for him.
Yeah.
So if you run up into a wall and you hold shift down, he'll kind of climb up the wall, and he can get to tops of buildings. But I think there is he can climb pretty far, but I do believe that there is
limits.
He can't just climb the tallest building.
Everything,
the tallest tower.
Pretty much anything that's flat. Yeah.
Cool.
So there's that. Hanzo is going to be one that's hard to master, but I feel will be very pivotal in the offensive game.
Especially with that ricocheting arrow or scattering or whatever.
Yeah, I can't imagine when we start playing the game and people
are you think you're safe, but then you didn't know that Hanzo's looking at you and he shoots you from around a corner.
Exactly. How did this arrow get into my head? So
I wonder if it will if it's a small enough haul, if you could ricochet it multiple times. That would I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. Either. Physics, man.
Physics.
I'll get you. All right.
But you can. It can do multiple targets at once.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet.
AoE.
If you line it up just right. Okay. So, Hanzo, moving on.
Merci.
All right. Another support for those who are afraid of the typical militarized FPSs.
She's great.
She is.
I love her.
I mean, I'm more on the, run around, run and gun kind of role, but I tried her out, and I had a heck of a lot of fun.
I think she's my favorite.
She's great.
I think she was my favorite to play.
Yeah,
definitely.
Her staff, how do you pronounce it? Caduceus
Sure.
staff.
We'll take that.
Yeah, we'll take it. It's much like Symmetra's auto attack, and it just fires a beam of healing, or so.
Left click is
left click's
heal.
Healing, and then right click increases your ally's damage output. So just follow. You could see that they need health. Okay, here we go. Boost them up.
Yeah.
You see that they're doing fine and want to just trash the place, give them some damage.
And I will say that as any of the healers, the user interface and the heads-up display for wounded allies was really good. Sometimes in games it's hard to tell who needs healing, but everybody has the sort of health notch bar above their head, but also when allies hit critical points, I think like if they're at maybe 75% damage, there's just like a white circle that has a cross in the middle, and it pops up with a little kind of arrow pointing in the direction that ally is, and then it changes colors the more drastic or like dire the situation is. So I think once you get 50 or low, it's probably yellow, and then if it's maybe 25% or lower, these are ballpark ranges, but then it turns red for a critical person that needs healing.
So you're like, oh, gotta jump to them.
And even if it's behind you, it's just really clean, and I know a lot of times being a healer in other type games or support, sometimes it's hard to tell who needs healing. The interface is super clean.
It really is.
And her mobility move, which Holmes will talk about, is super good for getting to allies quickly.
Yeah, we can go into that right now. So it's called Guardian Angel.
Guardian Angel.
Very fitting.
Yes.
Basically, she takes off with her wings, flies towards the ally, and just starts doing whatever you want. Healing.
Heroes never die.
Yeah. And although one thing that I was a little I would have liked if they made it so that you could go fly to enemies even though they're behind a wall.
Yeah, fly to allies.
Because I was trying. There was somebody behind a wall.
You have to have line of sight in order to rescue somebody.
Yeah,
that was super annoying. Yeah, because there's times where I would run in and be healing a Winston who jumps in, probably you, and then you jump in too deep, and I'm like, no, guy,
what's this fool doing?
That's too much. And then I turn
man.
around and try to get out of there to get to safety, and I see an ally, but they're on they just cross the corner, and I can't fly to them.
No.
So that's obnoxious. But one of her things is she, if there's an enemy, an ally who's say on the second floor, or Farah is flying around, or even probably Winston mid-flight, you could fly towards them up into the sky. And then if you hold down space bar, she will slowly glide. So this is an instance where, say you needed to get somewhere but an ally wasn't there, but then I think there'll be some cool coordination going on with Farah and Mercy. Say, oh, there's an ally on the other side there that needs to be healed, but they're behind a wall, and then she could communicate with Farah. Hey, give me a boost, Farah. And so she jumps up. Farah shoots up in the sky. Mercy zooms to her, and then she could glide over to where she needs to be.
I didn't even think of that. That is such a great
almost like using
combo.
Using Farah as a launch pad. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
That'll probably be something heavily used in a competitive.
And that's probably one of the only instances while you're slowly falling is when you're gonna pull out the pistol and just because I pulled my pistol out maybe twice, but you don't pick Mercy to pull out a pistol. You do it the healing and the damage staff. So
right, and and that's her Caduceus blaster, and so that is her only way of defending herself. But nonetheless, if you're not too quick with the hands and can't really change weapons,
just stick to the healing.
Just stick to healing and giving allies damage. Fly around, avoid enemies.
The only time that it should be out is when you're going in between allies. When you're saying this ally's topped off, I need to go heal this person, or or maybe this ally's topped off, I need to go give this person damage, because
Right.
So Mercy is not going to be sticking to one target all the time, I don't think, in most situations. Obviously, when it's time for the whole team to push, there's like a death ball kind of a deal. She'll probably stick to the tank. But then as soon as you guys make that initial push and everyone kind of scatters, she's going to be darting all over the place, because her mobility really allows her. I know a lot of people think, oh, it's very similar to the medic in Team Fortress 2, but he doesn't have mobility, so it's dangerous for him to go back and forth and like to not be with the heavy or the soldier.
To get caught out alone.
But Mercy's, her shift, her Guardian Angel allows her to quickly get to different allies. So I think that she's going to be all over the place. And you only want to use that blaster when you're not with somebody. So that's going to be, it's very much like last resort. All my allies died and my ult's almost up, which goes into her ultimate. What is it called?
Resurrect.
Resurrect. This can resurrect everybody in the area, including herself, so she can use it when she's dead.
It's anybody in the area. You mean like the whole map, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Really?
The whole map.
Are you for real?
Yep.
That seems.
Oh wait, no.
It's
it
a
is
large
nearby
area.
dead allies.
Nearby,
Okay.
yeah, I was gonna say.
But
that
it's
is
a
not
big
fair.
radius.
It's big radius. So
Okay.
you run in,
So you-
and
yeah.
say you get killed by a Reaper ult or the remote mine from Bastion or any number of things that will kill you in this game, and multiple times, or a Hanzo ult kills everyone and you guys are all in a room. Even if Mercy's dead, brings you all back up full health. So fight another day.
She has great quotes.
Yeah, she's fun. I love her.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Mercy.
Moving on to Zenyatta.
The robot monk.
Hey.
Tranquility.
The robot panda monk. Anyways,
A panda monk.
tell us.
All right. So his thing is these orbs. That's his auto attack. He just shoots out these little balls of, I don't know, but what they would be exactly.
Some
Little
kind
balls of light of
Robot light. Omnic.
robot meditation.
Omnic something. Omnic orbs.
Yeah, Omnic. That's right. That's the race he's from.
Yeah.
Okay, so his first one is Orb of Destruction, and that's his auto attack. So you can just fire them all rapidly, or you can charge them up, get multiple at once, and do them in a big blast.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, super cool. And he has a lot of his ammunition is pretty big.
Yeah.
So you can just keep popping them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then his Orb of Harmony is the healing. That's where his support role comes in. The healing orb. You cast it on an ally, and it sticks to him. It literally just flies around with him, healing him.
It's a heal over time. So
heal over time.
he's our hot kind of a guy. He does hots and dots,
Hots and dots.
So Zenyatta, his healing is not gonna to save you in a pinch like Mercy will. I feel her healing's faster. But
Just a
Zenyatta,
quick
he throws it on you and he doesn't need to stick to you. So that's the kind of trade-off. So if he'll be kind of more out and about because he also has his Orb of Discord, right?
Right, which increases the amount of damage that enemies receive.
So, imagine a world. Okay, ready? Where so Zenyatta, he throws up the Orb of Discord on the tank, right? And then there's also a Mercy on your team, and she's giving damage boost to somebody. And so extra damage plus extra damage taken equals die faster for the tanks. So
exactly.
He's fun.
It's actually really powerful. I found that when I casted it, it was very effective. I could take him down a lot easier, or whoever was trying to kill him.
I feel like he feels pretty strong. His auto attacks, of all the supports, I'd say I was most afraid of him on his own. Where Symmetra is kind of, if she doesn't have her turrets protecting her, I wasn't really afraid of her. Obviously, I'm not afraid at all of Mercy if I saw her by herself. But if you killed me as Zenyatta one time when I was running away as Reaper, and I forgot that I could go invulnerable. But I was just running and just there
was this monk robot chasing me with these orbs.
So I feel like he's
He's very, yeah. You can very well be on your own and do just fine. You know, if you get caught out alone, don't be afraid to turn around on him and, you know, ball him down, throw your balls at him.
He can do it.
Yeah.
Also, his ultimate is a large AOE heal, and unlike his Orb of Harmony, Transcendence, it heals a lot and quickly. So I'd say it's probably the equivalent of if Mercy was healing like each individual person within the radius. So that's good.
And he becomes immune to damage.
He does?
Yes, he does.
There you go.
So, I mean, he can't cast any abilities or weapons while he's doing it, but you don't have to be afraid. If your allies are all dying in this big mass of, you know, in the middle of a room or something, don't be afraid to run in there, cast it real quick, and just sit there and heal them up.
Heal him up.
Yep.
Heal him up. Heal him up.
So, very fun player or hero to play. I liked him a lot when I played him, especially charging up those orbs. I was just like, all right, who am I going to launch him at?
Who am I going to launch him? Awesome.
Yeah. And I think with them, it's also like it's a lot like Symmetra's charge up, where they fire off after a given amount of time.
Yeah, totally.
So
awesome.
Wisely.
All right, so now we've gone through all the heroes and our play experience of them. Now, Holmes, I know you wanted to ask a question at BlizzCon. Slash a suggestion. Go ahead and tell us that.
Okay, so I wanted to ask them. Okay, so this game seems kind of like one of those games that you could possibly have some player content interaction. So I wanted to ask, would it be possible for maybe in the future for players to be able to submit items for this game, or even like skins? You know, kind of like how the Steam Workshop does that.
Steam Workshop or Player Studios. Team Fortress has the same thing, except players can design weapons. I think that should not be in this game. But okay.
Maybe not specific models, but skins. I feel like skins would be a wonderful thing, or even just ideas of skins.
Ideas of skins.
That would be pretty cool.
I think too, because as we can see, just the community surrounding this game already is
everybody's
they love
hyped.
it.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, come on, we just want to get the 2050.
We have a lot of creative people that are already contributing fan art, stuff that we'll show in a little bit later. But so we have, I think the talent is there, and I know Blizzard has standards, but they would be able to veto or to okay anything that went into the game if there was a player created studio similar to the workshop. I think that this would also, if Blizzard decided to go the free-to-play route, which we're not going to get into that right now, but if they did, and they did it more of a Dota 2 style where all the heroes are free-to-play at all times, then a majority of the money could just be from cosmetic items.
Exactly. That's
if Blizzard allowed players to create things and they took a portion of whatever, like the Blizzard takes a portion of the proceeds from players buying the player-made item, and then the creator also gets some of that. That's more money that Blizzard's making from the game without actually having to do anything, while still allowing it to be a free-to-play game, and still putting a lot of good, cool content into it that people are interested in. So I think that could be a good thing, and who wouldn't want to say, "Oh yeah, I made this and it's in a Blizzard game." So
that'd be so sweet.
So that would be awesome.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they, like you said, they'll probably have their own skins and things that they'll release if they do go free to play.
Definitely. I think,
or maybe even if they don't.
I think it's fair to say that there's definitely gonna be
vanity items of some sort.
There's gonna be skins. I think. Because if six of the same hero can be on a team, you're gonna want to be a little different. How are we gonna distinguish? There's going to be.
Yeah,
I think that's
especially. I mean, you think about the Marvel universe, which is very similar to this, it seems, with the heroes, and they all have different skins.
Yeah.
So why not? Let's give them a unique look.
Yes. Okay, Holmes, before you have to go, I forgot one more thing we'll talk about with you, and then I'll wrap it up, just so whenever you need to go, that's fine.
All right.
But
I'm good to go.
We talked about all the heroes, right? We talked about the heroes that we played, our experience with them. Now, there's a couple heroes that haven't been released yet. I just wanted to talk about. I know there's images of a lot of them, but we just want to focus. I want to focus on just a few of these heroes.
Okay.
These three guys. So, all right. So we got the Clint Eastwood Bamf belt buckled man. We have the ninja robot, and we have the big dude. Now, so let's just go through these guys really quick and kind of say what you think their abilities might be, or how their playstyle will kind of be.
Okay.
So first of all, let's go Clint Eastwood, right?
Okay, Clint Eastwood.
So I'm looking at him,
AKA Twisted Fate. No.
He's straight out of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, man.
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
He's got the cigar and the hat and the poncho. It's perfect. So I think that he's a cowboy on a oh my gosh, on a steel horse. I want to see him. I want his mobility item to be like a horse, a steel horse.
That'd be
out,
so
right?
cool.
And there's rock music in the background, but it's ETC.
But it's like westerny.
ETC Western, right?
ETC.
Or either that or StarCraft 2, like boom, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Kind of a Terran theme. Because I think that'd be a little nod. And so obviously he's got a revolver. You can't see it in his pouch there, but he definitely has a revolver. He also has these weird flashlight-looking things behind him. Which I'm guessing are grenades, but I think what I would like to see them as, hear me out, okay. I just want them to be canisters of alcohol, right? And so he pulls them out, he throws them on an area, and then he takes his cigar and he flicks it, and then it ignites or something, right?
Dude, yeah,
that'd be fun.
It acts like burning oil. Of some kind.
Yeah, so it's just
I'm on fire!
Yeah,
damage over time.
Sticks to that would be cool.
Like napalm.
Yeah, kind of like napalm. He throws down and then he
throw him on an enemy and then
flicks his cigars, right? That would be funny. And then his reload is he pulls out another cigar and you just see the light. Yeah. So that's that guy.
That's that guy.
Bamf.
Whoever he will be.
Yes.
Yep. The next guy, the ninja guy.
Ninja.
With the sweet looking sword.
All right.
My gosh. Just looking at this guy, I feel like I'm going to be playing him a lot.
Yeah.
It looks like he's just a mobile, kind of slipping around kind of guy with a sword and really, really fast. I'm sure he'll be, very mobile, much like Tracer, because you kind of have to be with a sword. And when you're faced up with guns, bringing a knife to a gunfight, you got to be quick.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Gotta be sneaky.
Gotta be sneaky. Gotta be quick. Okay, now let's talk. Let me zoom in. Okay, so you can see. Well, viewers can see. He's got these little things on his feet, right?
Yeah.
They're these green glowy things. So I'm gonna guess that either he can run on walls or he glides, right? So because he's a ninja, I feel like he could probably potentially run on ceilings. How cool would that be?
Yeah.
They're like an anti-gravity kind of deal.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That would make it so worth it to have a sword. You just run up along the wall,
or you could run sideways on the wall, like
or like
Matrix style.
You could keep running in circles in the wall in like a hallway.
Yeah.
And then they keep dodging bullets, and all of a sudden.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, so one little thing also. People have noticed that. Okay, so here's Ninja Dude, but he also has the exact same body style
look at that.
as Hanzo. So these are them like side by
brothers.
side. But now let me pull this over here. All right, so here's what I think. Right, I think that potentially, because in Hanzo's lore it talked about he killed his brother, but also it said that he's just this warrior.
Oh, he killed his brother. Okay.
Yeah, but potentially. It said that he was a warrior, not just specifically with a bow. So potentially this could be an alternate version of Hanzo, right? Because if he's this samurai assassin, who's to say in Infinite Crisis, the DC universe-based MOBA game, there's all the different DC heroes, and there's multiple versions of each hero, right? So there's like the Amazon Wonder Woman, and then there's a different kind of Wonder Woman. So I think if there can be the same guy on one team, then potentially this could just be melee version of Hanzo with different skills because he's a super warrior. I doubt that is what this ninja robot is, but you know,
it may just be another Symmetra family member, or even like an arch rival family member of some sort.
Yeah,
Who
definitely.
knows? But that is, yeah, that sounds likely. Because look at them. They're the same guy.
Same guy.
So
Same body.
very.
I do like his Batman ears though. He's got little horn type things. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, cool. So
There's that one more big guy in the back, right?
yes, I almost forgot. Big man.
Big man.
So in other silhouettes I've seen of this guy, it looks like there's a silhouette of him holding a hook. So he's potentially the Pudge character.
He's the Pudge.
Potentially.
Okay.
Now I would like
Or the Stitches.
Stitches,
Yeah, here's
or
the storm.
Blitzcrank, whatever you want to say.
The grabber.
The
hooker.
Hook dude. Fisherman. There could be some sweet fisherman skins. Blizzard, take note if this is what he does. But I think too that I would if this is hook guy, I would like it to be where if he hooks an enemy, pulls it towards him. But you could also, if he hooks a building, he can almost like, well, no, because that's kind of the same thing.
Like the grappling thing is Widowmaker.
Yeah, it's Widowmaker, so I take that back. Also, he's really fat, and so he wouldn't be able to pull himself up there. So
That's true.
science says no, that's bad design.
Yeah,
So
that's
maybe
true.
a hook, and then maybe like a giant, like a punch. If he's got a hook to hook people in, he's got to have some melee kind of
Oh yeah.
capabilities.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Or
You
a
could
body
just-
slam, but there's kind of that too already in the form
You
of
just
Ryan
jump
Armour.
on him.
Yeah. But he's got a gas mask, so maybe he does some kind of toxic stuff. And it looks like his shoulder piece, I'm looking at it, it looks like a tire, right? It looks like a tire with spikes coming
so
out
he's
of
like
it.
a biker
He looks
guy.
kind of like and because of
Biker gang.
his tattoo on his belly, he looks like a total biker gang.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
with the
okay.
skull, he's
So
totally
that'll be
he's
like
totally
his
a Hell's
mobility
Angel
thing.
kind of guy. Yeah, maybe
He just hops on an Azeroth chopper and takes off.
Yeah, that would be funny. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
He reminds me a lot of Urgot.
Or,
from
yeah,
Legends.
he looks like him.
So
That-
maybe a similar playstyle. Who knows? We'll see.
We will. I don't know.
Come on, Beta, just get here.
One day. All right. Well, Holmes, you got to go to class, man.
Yeah, I got
There's still more to talk about, but it's not much. So I'm gonna finish this off. But
Okay.
let's sign you out, man.
Sign me out.
Sign you out.
Sign me out.
All right. All right, Holmes. Where we have news. Did you have Twitter set up yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
All right. Tell us.
I
About
mean,
it.
I've had a Twitter. You can follow me at bag07 for Twitter.
Bag07.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
BAGG
And- Yeah. BAGG07
at that. Okay.
Yes, at that. And then also just made an email that you can email me if you feel, if you want to let me know what's going on.
Holmes without being known about it.
And that would be Holmes, spelled HOLMES, period, bag, so BAGG again, at gmail.com. So
All right.
there you have it.
All right, Holmes bag. Well, it's been a long and grueling episode.
It's been fun, man.
What class do you have to go
Got to the
to?
heroes.
What? Tell our audience what keeps pulling you away every
Well,
week.
it's a C++ class, so
C++.
learning, yeah,
programming.
learning the programming that may have the same kind of code.
You know what you need to do?
Language that could have been used to
You
make
need
this
to
game.
write your professor a program. Here's what it needs to say. It's gonna say, "See out," bracket thing, quotes starting a string. Holmes has a podcast to do. He couldn't make it today. And other things. End line. Semicolon. Yeah. Return 0. There you go.
Return
That's
There you go.
that's your program for them. Anyways, Holmes, have a great
Anyways.
class.
Thank you.
We're gonna wrap this up, but
All right, and thank you guys for listening, especially to our last video that we did not expect the amount of viewers. That was amazing. So yeah, keep it coming and tell your friends, people,
tell your
anybody.
friends.
All right, we love you guys.
All right,
love you too, man.
All right, hey,
Kelsey.
we're brothers, by the way, so it's guy love between two guys. Holmes, I love you, man. Take care.
You too.
We'll see ya.
All right,
Peace.
Holmes out.
Holmes out. Oop, okay. Get rid of this. Get rid of some more of these things. Bam. Oh, and he's gone. All right. Holmes is gone, but we're gonna take the reins and keep this show going. All right. So we talked about let's potentially we could do some player-made things. Now, let's go back into the community, to you guys. Let's see some of the things that you've created over the past couple weeks. So I went to Reddit and I just looked up some of the stuff that I found, which I thought was awesome. So let's first look at this overview, or this trailer, this theme that's been redone. So it's on YouTube by the user P1 or PI511. Here's just a little snippet of what this guy has put together. It sounds great. Enjoy. Alright, so there was a little bit of that. Pretty cool. Alright, next up, we already saw this. Okay, so here is the Reddit user PT Desu. This person has made some pretty sweet wallpapers, and the two that I have liked the most are this one. Here's a little bit of a tracer wallpaper. It's super, like, look at this. It's so clean. It's got her face in here, and it's got some action poses. Nice touch. Way to go. Putting that on my computer. The other one that I think is really nice is this here Widowmaker, right? Okay, my favorite part about this is in this part she's looking down scope, right? And then Hanzo's headshot right there. Bam. Thank you for submitting. Alright, next up is on Reddit again. Nojun made this little tracer fan art, which I thought, this looks really good. Really good. Okay, so this is also by Ember Nojun on DeviantArt. Check him out. Give him some props. Thanks for creating that. Okay, here's another reason, and this is one of the things why I think definitely player-made content should be in the game. Right here. This. Oh, sorry. Who was this? Nick Art at the Art Station. Nick Russell made this, a Widowmaker assault rifle, the Widow's Kiss. Right. That is awesome. Super great. Way to go, Mr. Nick. Alright, now what's next? Nope, not that, just kidding. Now we go back to this deal. And Holmes is missing. But that's okay. We miss him. Holmes. Alright. So, that's been our show, guys. That's pretty much it. Now, we just want to talk and say, we got quite a few emails from viewers that they wanted to help out with stuff, and so this new stuff that you see here with the layout, this was made by Holmes, actually, with our logo at the top, and Tracer and Reaper over there, and these little 3 things going down. So that's what he did, and I think it looks great. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Also, we have now an official podcast, the OverCast Twitter. So if you follow us on @the OverCast Show on Twitter, you can ask us questions. We'll tweet back at you. We'll also be announcing when we have new episodes go live. After today's episode, it's going to be a little bit of a lull because we don't have any new content really. Water. Yeah. So we've kind of talked this show. Talked this game to death a little bit. Everybody's talking about it. So we'll keep you guys updated on as soon as new news comes out. We'll be covering it. So no worries there. But if you have any questions, want to get in contact us, there's Twitter. The water's not doing it, I guess. Also, if you want to get in contact with us on a more professional level, if you want to maybe collaborate with us, or say, hey, I want to make some intro outro music for you guys, hint hint, that's something that would be awesome. We don't have a lot of stuff, video audio editing, so if you want to make something and help with the show out, that'd be awesome. And if you want to get in contact with us, you can send us an email to theovercastinbox@gmail.com. Yeah, so that's theovercastinbox@gmail.com. So that about does it, guys. If you like this, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, give us some feedback. We're not yet on iTunes or on an audio feed, and we don't yet have our website up, but that's in the process. We only have so much time. This week we really wanted to focus on our video stuff, and I think it turned out pretty well. Let us know if you liked the new stuff, if you liked the whole edition with a little bit of the more media involved. We're still improving and we're still growing. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching. I've been Helsing. And here we go. I'm going to close this out. Oh gosh. Awkward. How about this one? See you guys.
Yeah! That was awesome!
Bye!